Good afternoon, everyone. I am Larry Spring. I'm the superintendent of schools at the Schenectady City School District. My mission as the superintendent is to ensure that race, economics, and disability no longer serve as predictors of student achievement. And I count myself as extraordinarily lucky to have that mission and to be able to serve here in Schenectady. There are very few communities in which a leader such as myself can take on that work and do so with such broad support from the community members. It's not easy work. It's easy to forget some of the things that Congressman talked about. It's easy to think that differences in home ownership or property ownership, or differences in student achievement levels, differences in family wealth come about simply because some folks manage to get their ducks in a row and some folks don't. There's a quote that comes to mind from Brian Stevenson, that the opposite of poverty is not wealth. In too many places, the opposite of poverty is justice. And it's important for us to remember what kinds of things have happened in our country that have created generational injustices for some of the people in our country, and specifically some of the people who live here in Schenectady, and the importance of an agency such as HUD in working to right those wrongs, in working to undo the effects of redlining, in working to make sure that people are not disadvantaged and discriminated against based on their race, based on their gender, based on their religion. These are things that weave through the fabric of our democracy. These are the things that make up our very DNA and why we exist as a country. And it's not just our school system, it's not just our children that we want to bring into a greater and a better world. It's what we want to create for ourselves as a beacon of democracy. It's what we want to live up to as the mission of America. And I think that the people here in Schenectady embrace this mission and pursue it like in very few other places. And so for that, I'm very thankful to be allowed to do the work here as the school superintendent. I'm very thankful for the folks that work with me in the school district in closing the achievement gap and fighting against our state government and their funding inequities based on race, as they begin to realize how their policies discriminate against students of color systematically across the state, and slowly but surely begin to undo that. And I thank you very much for your support in our work in doing that, and I thank you very much for your broader support in the work in housing and all other areas that we pursue in this community. Thank you.